Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Wandalee. If you're returning, welcome back. With the holiday season approaching, Christmas is right around the corner. If you're like me and you would absolutely love to put lights around your home, but you're either intimidated by how hard it is or the labor that you might have to hire outside laborers to do it because of the difficulty and even the cost, this video is for you. In this video, my husband and I are using the Edishine 120 feet LED lights, and we are installing them ourselves. Yes, you heard me correct. I said ourselves. None of us got hurt, and we did it within about 2 or 3 hours. So these lights are affordable. They're only $189 for the 120 feet, and the installation was super easy. All you need is someone to install them with you. Please don't try this alone. And you also need a tall ladder depending on how high your house is. Now, before I show you how easy it was for us to install these lights, I just want to make a note that you should not install these on a rainy or a snowy day. And also, you don't want to install them when it's too hot outside. So like 60, 65 degree weather where it's nice and sunny, that is the perfect weather to install these lights. Without further ado, let me show you how simple and easy it was for my husband and I to turn our home from this into this. So I'm going to be reviewing the Edishine outdoor Eve lighting, and this one is the 120 foot one. It works with Alexa, and it also works with Google Home. All right, so what I did was I took out the little directions. This is the booklet, and this pretty much gives you directions on how to download the app and control the lights from your phone. You can also sync it to music. We'll go into that a little later. Then over here we have the actual directions. It's on one little card, which is great. Steps we're going to actually unbox so you can see what comes in the 120 foot package. All right, so in the first box you have a set of the lights. Just going to give you a closer view of the lights. So they are LED. Just get this focused here. You can see, and on the back, apart from the attachments I showed you, they also have the sticky, which you would peel to attach to your eaves. And obviously this is made for outdoor, so it's like a much stronger adhesive. The way they attach to one another is through these, and then they also have these pieces that cover the attachments from getting wet. So here goes one. And all together, of course, they're going to add up to 120 feet. But we're going to plug them in. The directions say to plug them in to make sure that they work before you install them. And in the last box, the thinner box, this is where you're going to get most of the hanging tools. So in here is where we have any of the extra stickies, just in case some of the other ones malfunction or maybe it slides off. So it's good that it comes with extra. Again, it comes with the 2 main pieces that you're going to be using to attach the lights to your eaves, which is the little clip that's adhesive, and then the other clip that has a little nail in it. So you're going to be using these to attach them, and it's going to go like this. This is your wire. You would attach this, peel the back off, it would slide in like that, and it would hold the wire with self-adhesive, and this one would go hammered into your eave. And this one would go hammered into your eave like that. So this is how your lights will be held on the eave, just like that, with the nail facing downward. All right, so we have a bunch of those little pieces in this bag right here. And again, another bag. You have the additional attachments. And then these are really cool because if you're going around the corner of your house, you can split it like this. So you can have the lights going in 3 different directions, and there are 2 of these. Lastly, you have the remote control. And it uses AAA batteries. And lastly, it also comes with the plug that will actually get your lights working. It's pretty long as well. It looks like it's about 6 feet longish. And then it has the little button that you can press to turn the lights on. Again, I love that it has a cover to prevent it from getting wet. And here goes the plug itself. You just easily scan this to connect it to your Alexa or Google. All right, let's start testing these lights. Make sure they all work. When you plug them in and you connect them outside, it's like this, but then each connection has this little cap that you put on top and you screw it. Completely screw this right over, and it prevents the connection from getting wet. So I really like that feature. So right, as you can see, these do work. I'm going to show you the different modes. So before you get to installing, you definitely have to measure your house. So I did take some time to measure and to draw out a sketch. You want to include feet and inches, and this helps me to see where I want to put the lights. Took a little bit of figuring out to do, but if you measure, you should be fine. All right, so here go our steps. They're all on one little card. All right, let's see. So we're going to install the string lights under the eaves to create a wall washing. That's a better term instead of downlighting, a wall washing light effect. So installation steps. Before installation, connect each outdoor eave light. Plug it into the power to make sure that they're working properly. The outdoor eave light may not light up if you plug it into power first and then connect the string light. So I did that. They are all working properly. So we did step 1. Step 2, prepare a ladder and make sure it is stable enough or used under another person's assistant. My husband will be helping me. Please do not do this by yourself. And also don't install them on rainy or hot days, because obviously that's unsafe. Step 3, figure out the location of the first outdoor eave light and make sure the adapter and control box is long enough to connect to the power supply. Fix the adapter to the wall surface to alleviate the burden of the outdoor eave light. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. To plug it in right here, and then to kind of install it going upwards. That way we can get started. As you can see, these I'm not using a nail because this is not really an eave and it does have holes already. But it worked out because I was able to attach the little clips and then push the wires in. So that part is done. We're going to go ahead and come out this way. And then right over here is where we're going to have the split going up and then down again. We have the big ladder up and ready to go. Remember, do not do this alone. But look how cute it already looks. And we're not even done yet. Look at that. Plugged it in here. We went up and around, and for these I didn't use nails because it's under the house. And right here we're gonna put a splitter, so it's gonna split to go here. Then we went and wrapped it up and around because of the way our house is, the roofing, we kind of had to go over. You can see it goes up and then right under the eaves. I turned the lights on so you can see. Then diagonally down to the lowest part. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put the remaining ones right underneath there. And then all we have left to do is underneath the house and we're done. So far so good. And you don't even really need the nails if you don't want to. We chose not to use the nails. We are using the clips though. The ones that are attached, I put a clip to kind of hold back the water sealer. So there you have the light, and then the clip is attached. And we chose not to use the nails, but you can definitely use the nails if you would like. It's very sturdy though. The attachments are really sticky, and of course since they're covered from the elements, it's going to help it stay in place even better. So we put the splitter here. We were not able to go up to the roof. It was just a little too dangerous. So we put the splitter here, went across the house and right underneath the door. So it's perfect because with 120 feet of the lights, here's what we were able to do. Let's see if I can give you guys an overview. Of course, you're gonna see it at night. Can't really see much now. But with 120 feet, let me move my tripod. And we got it done in a few hours. It wasn't an all-day thing. With 120 feet, we were able to go across over here. So we went across. Okay, we went up, over, down, down, and across this way. Then we were also able to go across, and we went across again underneath there since we had some extra. So this is how the house looks during the day, but of course the goal is to see it at night. I'm going to show you guys now how to download the app so that you can control this from your phone, and you can also have it synced with music. So you want to scan the QR code, click on the link, and download the app. Now that you've downloaded the app, you want to go ahead and sign up. So you would enter the country you're in and your email address, and then you would set a password. They're going to email you a verification code first. Enter that code and then set a password for yourself. So once you have it installed, you want to go ahead and go outside. You want to put your phone next to the plug. It's going to ask you if you want to add a device. You're going to add the device, and you want to allow it to know your location while using the app. Your phone should pick up the device, as you can see here, and then it's going to pair to the plug. All right. So unfortunately, our Wi-Fi does not reach far enough to connect to pair to the plug. However, Edishine does have a backup, so I do have the remote here. And if you are unable to pair your phone, you just pair the remote control. What you do is you put 2 AAA batteries inside, hold down the power button for like 10 seconds, then the lights will begin to blink, and then you are paired. So I'm going to go ahead and show you because I already paired it. So now I'm just going to turn it on. There you go. And all right, then you can select the color. So I'm going to select red, and it stays on. Now let's see if we could do. So this is the brightest. Let's lower it. There we go. Oh, okay. You can see it. I'm going to put it on the highest. All right. So then we have red, we have green, blue, white. I feel like this is warm white. I thought it was yellow, but it is warm white. And then we have more like that bright white. Now, if you want to do the different modes, you can just do, there we go. Look at that. There's like 10 modes. That one's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, and we'll see it at night. Off. So if you are able to pair it to your phone, you should be able to control the lights with your phone using the app. You can select patterns, and you can even sync it to music if you would like. So the phone definitely has a bit more options than the remote control. So hopefully you're able to do that. Again, where I live, the Wi-Fi is a little bit weak. If you have good Wi-Fi, you should be just fine. And thankfully, Edishine does have the backup, which is the remote for people like me who live way in the middle of nowhere, where Wi-Fi is weak. And the remote pretty much gives you some of the same options with the exception of syncing it to music. All right, let's go over the steps one more time. So you want to plug in the lights, make sure they all work. Figure out where you're going to plug the lights into. And then you want to go from there. Make sure you measure your house first and draw out a plan as well. Then, as you are installing them, I did it as I installed. I found it easier. You can do it beforehand. You want to wipe down the surface before you install the lights. As you are installing the lights, you want to press firmly and hold down on each light for more than 5 seconds. In between each light, you're going to insert the adhesive clip and the nailed clip if you choose to use that one. When you are attaching one light to another, you want to make sure that you enclose it with the waterproof cap. And then your final light, which is going to have an exposed plug, you want to also cap that one off so no water goes on it. And then finally, enjoy your lights. So here is our power source right here. You can always install a timed outlet as well. What we did was we hid the wire throughout the paneling of the house. I started here. You can see it's stuck right underneath. And then from this direction, we went here. Now right here, we have one of the splitters. So the splitter allowed me to continue the lights going this way, as well as this way towards the front of the house. So in this direction, they're going on the little eaves that are right where the door is. And it's absolutely beautiful. I love the pattern that it projects. Look at that. Then the other splitter where we split in the 2 different directions went up on this side of the house here. Normally you don't put them up on the side of the house, but our house is shaped slightly different. It's more of a bit more modern style. So we ran it from here on up and across the eaves to the upstairs. I'm going to step back so you can see the beautiful patterns that it creates. And we needed a tall ladder for this section. Then we took it and we brought it right down this section of the roof right here. And then we put it across the eaves that go underneath the front of the house. You can see. All right, now I'm going to just go back so you can see the entire house. This angle is really great because you can see everything. I'm going to go further back. You can see how beautiful that looks. And again, how easy it was to be able to do this. This is the best view, the best angle. All right, now I'm going to show you from the front of the house. I'm going to walk this way. And the car is kind of in the way, but this is a good view. Actually, I'm going to move the car so I can show you guys a better view. And I'm going to show you the different modes that you're able to use on this. All right, so this is a view from the very far back of the driveway. I moved our cars so you can see the front view. We are getting a little bit of light from the shed, just waiting for that light to shut off. So we were not able to connect it to our phones because where we live, the Wi-Fi is really slow and it wasn't strong enough to connect. However, the really cool thing about this is that they do have a backup. So we did connect it to the remote control. Okay, and I actually love to drive in from work. I bring the remote, I put it in my car, and as I'm pulling up, I turn the lights on from my car. So I'm going to stand this far back. There we go. So there's different modes. Okay, I think there's about 10 modes. There's this one, which it kind of slowly changes to different colors. Then you have like the fast party lights. That's 2. 3, this one's really pretty as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, it didn't show all of them, so those are the 9, but then it also has, on the remote, you have the option to do red, green, blue, warm white, and cool white. So we're going to go ahead and use those. So I'm going to do red, green, and I love how it covers the entire house. It like washes the house in a color. Then we have blue. We have warm white, which is my favorite. It looks kind of yellow, but it's definitely a nice warm color. And then you have cool white, which is also another one of my favorites. All right, let's leave it on this one. So again, my husband and I installed this in about 2 hours. I'm going to give you guys the really best. This is like my favorite view. We installed it in about 2 hours. And all we needed was a tall ladder. And actually, we got a 24-foot ladder, and that was actually too tall. We could have done it with a 12-foot ladder. So if you have a roof that's kind of more modern like ours, you definitely can still install them. Just utilize the edges of your roof and the outer areas. And this was so much easier than I had imagined. These are definitely designed really well and priced extremely well as well. We live in Bushkill, the Poconos, and it does rain and snow a lot here. But they're designed to last. So I'm just going to go through them. So you can see the pattern that it projects onto your home. And they're not extremely obvious. I really love that about them. So this is where the lights end. They continue on. And again, you definitely want to measure your home. I did measure the feet to make sure we had enough. Then it goes up and around to the second floor. Then back down again. And around this way. Then it connects to the power outlet. But remember, over here it splits in this little corner here, which is where we utilized all those clips. Then across and back around to the front of the house. We did have enough to go up the side, but we decided to just double it up where the entryway of the house is. Again, you can put these on for Christmas. It does have different settings for like Super Bowl or any other. You can put on the blue lights if you celebrate Hanukkah. And it just has a lot of nice settings depending on the seasons depending on the holidays you celebrate. But I also just like to have it on to help people see our home a little bit better. We are further back. And when I put on the white lights, you can see the house beautifully. And it's easier to find. Well, that is the end of this video, you guys. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if these are the types of videos you like to see. I hope this video was helpful to you and that it encouraged you that you can install lights easily and at an affordable price. That's all for tonight. Stay safe, stay blessed, have a happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful Christmas. Ciao.